Let me tell you the difference to what a gang could do to autism. That's fluid. An Asperger's kid knows what he's doing and now, okay? So when you see these videos that are really cool that support the Filipino community, like such a dick of Visagi, all right? Really just know that a gang is in charge of it. Gang's in charge of you all the way to your 30, all the way to your 33, as a gang is, this is ruthless. But, I've seen past it a while because, that gets put up against somebody constantly doing the dishes, okay? Now, what comes down to it, all right? The truth behind, and that's why I tried to say, earlier, people made a mistake, I corrected them, brutally, all right? The truth behind me in India literally is being older, growing, and having overly intuition, which means the scene catch up to me lately in terms of something, but see cat, beat the murders of Oxford shit, specifically with Joey. Okay, because what you're fucking forgetting lately is that the difference between me and her is I would watch one of my Netflix shows. All right, not saying anything versus her playing Wendy. Okay, I mean Wednesday. Fuck. Literally, that's the fucking thing. Okay, it's true. And what I had over her, whether the childish shit happened or not, with the big butts, at work. All right, literally, it's that I had the big booties, down packed because I come from a generation, right? Her generation is the one, literally, that does the studio time, literally, where it comes, rappers like Kodak Black and shit, I was able to fuck girls, her age and her generation. Wanna know why? Because my green eyes, literally, how my green eyes play games, okay? Literally, so her generation, right? That's very important. Is that what happened, right? Literally, it's not all these desperate men, all these desperate white men. I can get all those, big booty jean women at will, right? Literally, so that's what clocks are out in the generation. You try to play a stupid game like her at fucking work, literally make her wear yoga pants, make her slap the boss's butt. Literally, I had her generation down pat where it came to this, okay? So that's it, okay? Literally, so let's get on, to the real half of the story, all right? When it comes to, literally, when I got to get my birth certificate, right? Literally, there was somebody pulling the Vario in front of me, okay? Now, I know people are all lying and shit like that. They want, come all the fucking forgetting that I was, recently married, all right? So, the truth and actuality, okay, is that there's this guy wearing pink, blue, and cyan, literally, when I got there, right? And so I know hella martial arts, literally, how we're in the world we can absorb. What happened, literally, when I got there, right? Literally, is I was in the Vario fit, too. I was wearing my betters, my big, my big Atari jacket, all right? Literally, but I was wearing gray jeans and shit. So what happened, right? Because he noticed me, I noticed him too, right? So it ends up happening over time, right? As I end up, getting the game because of double checking, but he gets the game because he was there before me, and he's there in former wear, and he's wearing white jeans, all right? So, what ends up happening, right? Is he's wearing, perfect color correction, Perry blue, long sleeve shirt, Xenon, blue shoes, all right? But guess what ends up happening, right? When I look at his jeans, they're white. Literally, they match the shoelaces because he had white shoelaces on. I thought it was a perfect fit in the world you could absorb. I'm like, damn, Lily, but you forgot. Lily, not only that situation dragged on, not only did I know his, situation in and out, but I had the same fucking fit when I was July, motherfucker. Lily, when I went to Level Up Expo. That's another point for you. You have to validate the company because I'm running low on standards. Guys, I can go to DD's, I can go to Marshalls, I can go, to anyone, anytime. When it comes to real quality shoes that cost over $70, you can't do that. And it's also debt, okay? So it's true. It's completely fucking true for this video. And what I tried to say earlier is why you have to exterminate Chris when he does things like, hide behind the arm fucking snooping. Literally, he sees people be wrong at his job on my channel all the fucking time. That's how he's feeling right now. Literally. Fucking Uncle Tommy the same way, Lola, all right, literally, so what ends up happening, right, literally, is you hit shit on the fan because you don't want, face me in real life, you don't want a fucking real fight, literally, you just want to pat my hand on the head like Damo, all right, literally, that's all they fucking want throughout this whole fucking thing, literally, so guess what ends up happening, adults know this part, literally, this is the Damo arc, literally, when they're labeled talking too violent shit, so they had to call her stepmother, what's going on, your stepmother, literally, Helen is too much in her feelings, okay, all right, literally, and she's a part of those people who think I'm this mob boss in their back room, literally, well, I'm not, okay? Fucking, I told you in the beginning that I connected it to He-Man. Literally, and that shit was so fucking funny, so let's drag on. Guess what happened at Side Battle? Literally, they were happening up for months and weeks, saying that, it was one of the best, battles of all time. Literally, so guess what ends up happening? Literally, well, I confront Sabo, like, why isn't it upload yet? He's like, don't play that battle. Don't play that battle. Just don't. Literally, that match is alarm in my head. Sabo, literally, crowd reactions after crowd reactions, not one hit. Literally, that shit has happened to me, okay? Literally, it's stupid, all right? And that's why I know heavier reverse psychology. That's why reverse psychology doesn't work on me anymore, because I remember that they're running away from something. You see how I know white people are hiding behind the curse and the fucking hair, how they're hiding behind, a real fight, with real struggles from black people. Everything makes you fucking insecure, and me, I struggle to actually fucking survive. This is how far I walk CeeLo, by the way, alright? So it ends up happening. When you don't agree with consistency, when you go on this fucking tangent and bullshit, is when I get 2 suck-ups by Daniela in the arena, in the movie theater. Guess what ends up happening? I wanted a job right after that, and I was at 29. Now we're at 32. Literally, with the fucking Verizon Wireless bill is gonna kick in, because you didn't fucking believe in what I fucking said, right? So you're fucking viewed the, I already know. I've been through the whole thing. Literally, this could be, 3 years later. After this, literally, after 32, you gotta kill him. This is that. So you view it literally as a time being. You're getting all the points around 1, and I'm viewing it literally. Literally, you're trumping me. Literally, fucking, you're making me, to a nut side. Literally, you're drinking every single ounce of nut that I fucking have. Literally, to a point, everything's a fucking fade like Eminem. So anyway, literally, it was a pair of bushes. Literally, it'll be all the individual leaves, right? Not the whole fucking stack. Literally, but the leaves that are miscellaneous, like that shit right there. Literally, so I get all those fucking leaves. Literally, while I'm the whole fucking branch. Literally, and I keep on walking every day. That's what you do to me every day, okay? It's stupid. So what ends up happening? Literally, with Uncle Tommy. Literally. It's that fucking, I end up having, to do one thing, literally, I have to, sacrifice something, like what I have to do, as I have to, do something PG, like put one item down, literally put one item in all off the next faction, literally, but whenever I'm a little kid, literally do something home, literally, then when I come home, the next thing is fucking finished, alright?